All right, we're live. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is our Q&A with our founder, Mr. Justin Bellababa. We're going to go over some updates, kind of do a little review of Royaltie and what's happening. And then you also have the opportunity to ask any questions. It's kind of like an informal Q&A. We'll answer any questions that you might have. So welcome, I see Glenda. Welcome, Betty. Hey, Derek. Welcome. Hey, Vangie. It's like seeing everybody from Zoom, like one big happy family.
Hey, a big Zoom reunion.
Yeah, it's like our Zoom reunion. Hey, Tess, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here, everybody. Remember, all you have to do is if you have a question that you want answered, you can just put it in the chat. I'm watching the chat. I'll make sure to ask Justin. Hey, Dustin. How are you? Hey, Larry. Welcome. Hey, Tammy, Tess. Look, it's all of our people. Lots of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you, Justin.
Thanks, Cheryl.
You're welcome.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for making the move from Zoom over to Facebook. We've been, for those of you that haven't been on our regular Zooms, I do Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. For the last, I don't know, several months. I've done like a very informal like Q&A webinar, and they've been great, and they've always been very well attended. But you know, what we're thinking is that by doing the webinar here on Facebook, we will be able to make it available faster to people who don't catch it live, and we'll also be able to get the word out to way more people than we have been able to do using Zoom. So we decided to take this out on the road, and here we are on Facebook. Thanks for joining. So a few updates for you. First of all, the new mobile app, Upline Ads, has been pushed to Apple for review. Android is ready to go. However, our goal is to release both at the same time, just because it'll be a little bit smoother that way. But now we're just waiting on Apple to approve it, and then we will be able to release it to all of you. Very simple, very intuitive app. I know you will like what you see, especially for our newer customers who have not, been with us for years and years. I know that this will make life a heck of a lot easier for you. So mobile app is on track, and right now it's out of our hands. We are just waiting for approval. This morning, we have rolled out some of the first kind of, fixes and enhancements to the landing pages that we released a week ago. So if you haven't heard, we released a feature we've been working on for a couple months, which is the ability to create an unlimited number of just fantastic looking landing pages on desktop, right? You've been able to create those mobile business cards from your app, but now you can create way more feature rich, much more attractive landing pages on desktop. Thousands have been created so far. We've been receiving your feedback, and we've already implemented a few improvements. So here are the first series of improvements. First, now you can change the color of the buttons, okay? Second of all, there was a limit on the length of the URL that you could enter. Like if you wanted to add like a button that would direct someone to a different website, there was a character limit length of, I think, 40 characters on the URL. That was kind of silly of us to restrict it. So now there's no limit. You can add, if you've got like a really long URL, you can use it now. Those are two relatively minor enhancements. The two big ones that I know you're going to be more excited about are these. Vimeo videos now work. So YouTube videos work and Vimeo, which I think is going to be a very welcome piece of news to many of you. And probably most importantly, the contact form. We did a bunch of work on the contact form. So now if you, instead of asking for name, phone number, email, if you only want to ask for one or two of those fields, you can customize it. But more importantly, you can also customize the contact form button to not only submit the information, like the email or the phone number or the name, but when the user clicks to submit their information, you can now redirect them to another website. So, Cheryl, you might want to expand on this a little bit, but the idea is you can create, imagine this, like you first create a capture page with, maybe a video. And if you want to learn more, you want to visit, my website where you can learn more, enter your email address, and they can click now that contact form and instantly be redirected to your landing page. And Cheryl, I know this is a big one for you, so you want to?
Yeah, I was super excited about this because inside of our landing page creator, you can build basically a capture or a landing page, and people were super excited about it because the layout is so easy to change. We've gone over this in many trainings, how simple it is. People get really excited. Moving all the fields around, it's basically like drag and drop, really, really simple. So when you build your capture page, we've talked about having that front video, introducing yourself, talking about what you have, that secret that's on the other side. Everybody remember that, right? So we've had some fun with that and some great trainings. You can also add pictures and get pretty creative on that capture page. But once they enter their information, and I like that you can choose, right? So you can add your name, you can add your email address or name, email, phone number, choose the button color. That was kind of a fun thing, right? You can choose the button color if you like. But now after they put their information in, you could build now another page right in our landing page creator, or you could redirect to a website. It's totally up to you, but you can give them more information on that other side. So once they click the link, it's like, here's a brand new page revealing even more information about the opportunity that you have to offer. And I think that's pretty cool. So I know a lot of people are asking for it. So it was an exciting feature for me. I know that a lot of people are excited. And yeah, it's white shirt day.
Yeah, we didn't plan this, everybody. So those are the first few changes that are improvements that we've made to the landing pages. The next thing that we're working on for landing pages is like loosening our image specifications so that we're not quite so restrictive in terms of like the size of image and the resolution of the image and the type of image. And so anyway, that's the next kind of relatively major fix. It's the most important fix that we know we need to make. So if you are having difficulty getting your images loaded into your landing page the way that you want, that will be fixed soon. In the meantime, that's our support team is here to help. And if you don't know, every day from 9 till 5, we have a live support video conference room set up. Email support@royaltie.com, and if we can't resolve your issue right then and there over email, we will give you a link to the Zoom room where we have it staffed Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, with our amazing support team who can resolve pretty much any issue you can think of right there on the spot. So that's the big news on landing pages. Mobile app under review in the App Store. The other major feature this month is ad creation on desktop. Our team is hard at work on that. It looks incredible, and we plan on releasing that before the end of February, which will make, again, life much, much easier to create an ad in the same place that you're also building your landing pages without having to download a separate mobile app. So again, I think that's going to be helpful for everybody, but especially our newest customers. Then we get to work on March. And I've said it before, but if you thought February we got a lot done, March is going to be even busier. We've got a jam-packed schedule of features. I'm not going to get into exactly the details of that because I do want to, kick off March with a more detailed, announcement about what we're going to be doing. But I will tell you this: we have two main priorities, and I'm not going to get into the details, but one is onboarding, and the other is analytics. So I think that those two words should be, pleasantly or pleasant news to a lot of you who have been, asking for those two major features to be developed. So that's our plan for March, but a lot more information to come. I'll give you a full tour of exactly what all of that is going to look like in the, the next week or two. What else? Atlanta is coming up.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We have about 15 spots left.
15? All right, so we're almost at we set a limit of 350. 15 spots to go. Where do people go to secure their spot?
Royaltieevent.com.
Royaltieevent.com. 15 spots, guys. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. So if you haven't reserved your spot, please do it, because there's only 15 more. I think that's all I want to open with.
Sure. We have a really cool feature that we're going to announce in Atlanta.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah.
It's fun.
It is, I don't know. It's like the feature that I don't want to say I'm most excited for, but maybe. And we're going to be kicking it off at that event, April 13th in Atlanta. Everyone who makes a personal sale between now and March 15th will get a ballot for a grand prize trip for two, airfare, stay at the Four Seasons Atlanta, and we're going to do that draw, I think, around March 15th, just after probably. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about. Initially, they're my announcements. Love to answer every single question that you have.
Okay, I just want to say, for the desktop landing or for the desktop ad creation, it's so super clean. I think people are gonna be really excited about it. Like if you could set it up in 5 minutes from your phone, it's probably even faster on desktop. It looks super great. So people are really gonna be really excited about it. The first question was from Greg looking for training materials. So if you go to www.royaltietraining.com, you'll set up a free training account and it'll take you through exactly how to download our app and create an ad and ad guidelines, how to create landing pages. I know, Jennifer, your question is, do you have a video that shows how to create your landing pages step-by-step on desktop? Our last training that we did, I think yesterday at 11, we went through step-by-step. It's on Vimeo. And it's also posted in our Royalty Affiliate private group, so you can find it there. But also inside of royaltietraining.com, there's kind of pictures that point to each section and tell you exactly what to do and how to create that landing page. So Greg and Jennifer, I hope that helps. Still looking for some questions. This is from Joseph David Smith, Justin, and he says, how many times are the ads showing on advertising platforms?
Your ad will show at least the minimum number of times that your subscription entitles you. So if you have, if you've signed up for the VF5, that gives you 5,000 guaranteed ad impressions per month. Ad impression means, got something buzzing around there? You're on mute, but we can see.
A little neck you can hear me, and I don't like.
I can see. All right. So if you're signed up for the VF5, that's 5,000 ad impressions. That's 5,000 people will see your ad every month or more, right? And I want to be clear about this because I know that there's a tendency for our customers to think that when we say a minimum number of ad impressions, that people misinterpret that as a maximum number. And people ask me all the time, once I get to my 5,000 or my 10,000 or whatever, are you going to cut it off? And no, it's a guaranteed minimum number. And look, virtually 100% of our customers receive more than the guaranteed minimum. So if you run your ad in populated areas, if you run your ad and it's popular, like people click on it, it will be shown more frequently by our advertising partners. That's just how their algorithms work. You know, the more popular the ad, the more times it gets displayed. So that, I hope that answers your question. But the key thing I want to emphasize is minimum is like, it's a guaranteed minimum. We will never cut you off. We would love to see you, you know, on a 5,000 impression subscription, receive 6 or 7 or you know, maybe even more impressions a month.
Thanks, Justin. I want to see if I could show that on the screen. Derek Hampton, yeah, it's on the screen. It says, I love the redirect override. I had to place that. I see so many of your comments. So I'm going to share some of them on the screen today. This is from Nightingale. Hey. You know.
Hey.
She says, what's the new way to connect with support if I want to do like a Zoom with support?
Same way in. Okay. Support, you email support@royaltie.com with whatever your issue is. Like, most questions, most, you know, issues people have, we can resolve over email very easily. Like, you know, if it's like simple questions, do not need like a video conference, right? Similarly, if there's a, you know, you have a billing question, we can, you know, there's, I don't know how to number, but the majority of the inbound requests that we receive, we can just handle with an email back. So, but if we can't, right, what we don't want to do, you know, for your sake, is we don't want to be going back and forth over email like 100 times, trying to kind of like clarify. What we'd rather do is at that point, send you the link. You click the link between 9 and 5, 9 a.m., 5 p.m., Monday to Friday Eastern, and you will get like the full attention of our support team, and we will resolve your issue on the spot.
Thanks, Justin. There's a question. Do you see an improvement in stats where we can see which traffic source and landing page the lead is coming from?
Yep. So I dropped a big hint earlier in this this live that in fact that is going to be one of our priorities for the month of March. So yes. And by the way, that, like, I originally did not plan on doing analytics in March. I had it, you know, for like April, but it was because of, you know, Zoom meetings and like this, or Facebook Live like this, and the feedback that you all, you know, provide to me and to our team, that we said, you know what, let's listen to, you know, what our affiliates and customers are asking for, and let's revise our priorities, because, you know, what we were hearing from you was, you know, very, like, the message that we were hearing was very clear. So it was truly your feedback that caused us to adjust the schedule.
Hey, thanks, Justin. This is from Diane. I think she's referring to the library of ads, but would love to see examples of some network marketing ads or different ads. How do I go about seeing some of those?
If you like, look, eventually, ultimately, our goal is to provide a library of proven advertising templates by industry. So if I'm a realtor, here are some proven templates that I can just use in my advertising. If I'm a landscaper, same thing. If I'm a whatever, personal trainer, same thing, right? Like proven, you know, ads that we know will drive traffic to your landing page. That's going to take us a few months, because we're not going to just make it up. We're going to use the data, right, that we're receiving to optimize these ads by industry. So that's not something that's going to happen overnight. That's going to happen over the next several months. First, we obviously need to build the ad library, which I'm hoping to do in April. So in the meantime, until we have this ad library full of optimized, you know, templates by industry, email support, and we can help. We can make suggestions if we are aware of, you know, what, like, high performing ads, you know, in a given industry. We can grab a screenshot, we can send it to you. So just reach out. We will always help. In the future, we'll be able to help a lot more by actually providing, you know, optimized templates. But for now, we can advise, absolutely.
I think that's such a huge feature, right? Like to have all of those people that you can pull the data from, like this is great performing, this is great performing, and be able to share that with others. I think that's amazing.
Well, it is, I mean, look, it is, especially since, you know, if you're out there and you're listening to this and you're thinking, man, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed because I've never advertised online before. You're not alone. Like 99% of our customers had never, you know, advertised online ever. And that's true of small business owners around the world, especially, you know, who we really focus on, which is like the independent, you know, the independent business owner, the solopreneur, right? Like the network marketer, the realtor, the, you know, the personal trainer, the insurance broker, like people who, you know, are their own business. You know, 99% of these people have never advertised online before. So we understand that our job is not only to give you the tools, but also give you, you know, the proven content, the ads eventually, you know, here's what a proven landing page looks like for realtors. Here's what a proven ad looks like. Here are, you know, articles that we're going to post for you on your social media that's going to drive additional traffic, right? Depending on your industry. So we understand that it's not just let's give people a set of tools. Let's actually go one step further and provide the, you know, the content as well, because by and large, this is, you know, people's first time, you know, taking their marketing efforts online.
Thanks, Justin. Will it be possible to change the color of the title or the policy scene for the underline for the high of the text bigger, for instance? Oh, I think like
font changes. Yeah. So that's not that. Look, that's another request. It was not as high priority as the things that we worked on, in our opinion. But yeah, like, you know, font sizes, bold, underline, italics, font color, background color. Like there's a bunch of these, like, I'll say more minor tweaks that we will continue to, of course, make in the, you know, days, weeks ahead.
Thanks, Justin. Michael is asking about payment cards.
Asking about what?
Payment cards.
Hey man, I'm asking the same question. We are ready to go, and we are very excited to announce the details to everybody. It's right now. Our payment provider is awaiting kind of like final banking approvals. So that's been in that state for the last I don't know, 7 or 8 days. We're expecting to hear any day and be able to, you know, announce and print the cards and mail them out and share all the details. And as soon as we get the thumbs up that we're good to go, then you'll know. So we're waiting just like you.
Thanks, Justin. James, you want to email support@royaltie.com if you want to Zoom with support. It's the fastest way. Said, who's the woman speaking? Hi, I'm Cheryl. The training link again is royaltietraining.com, Diana. It's royaltietraining.com. Yes, it's updated. So every time we have a new feature, if you know, even if you've been through it once, you want to go back, because every time we add a new feature, like we're already getting ready to add some directions for desktop ad creation, the new app. So we'll keep changing it out. The landing pages are back there. So it continues to update. So even if you've been through it once, maybe a month ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, you want to go back through the training again. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle said her name's Cheryl Coco.
Head of marketing.
Thanks. Oh, are we going to record the Atlanta event or Facebook Live it?
Yes, something like that.
Something like that. A big announcement. Will physical gems be made available again?
Look, I never say never. I do not see a use case for them at the present time. Like, we're doing everything that we were doing with physical beacons without all the hassle of physical beacons, and we're doing it better. Not to say that, you know, Bluetooth doesn't have a place in the world. Of course it does. I would I'd have to think hard though about how we would use beacons again to make our product, significantly better, because that's not obvious to me at all. Like I feel like we're, in a post beacon world right now, and I'm happy to be here.
Right on. So by the end of the month, do you see the possibility of everything being done on PC?
So everything. I mean, landing pages, that's there. Ad creation is, I think, the other part of the everything. That's the goal. So we are working on desktop ad creation. There's 8 days left in the month, and we will see if we are a day or two early or right on schedule, or possibly a day or two late. Software is not, unfortunately, even though it's a science, it's not an exact science. And predicting, development down to like 1 day or a few hours it's impossible, because you don't know always what surprises you're going to run into. We feel confident that we will release it by the end of the month, but I'm not going to lose sleep if it's March 1st. It will be very, very soon.
If I set my beacon or to my phone, will it follow me and continue the radius of 10 kilometers?
Yes.
The number of impressions begin from the day of the subscription or from day 1 of the month till the end of the month?
The answer is both. So here's how to think of it. Let's say you sign up on the 15th, okay, of a 30-day month. You will, and let's say you sign up for 5,000 monthly impressions. We will prorate, okay, your impressions for the rest of the month. So if you sign up on the 15th and you've got half the month left, then you will receive half of the guaranteed impressions for the rest of the month. So you would get 2,500 during that half of the month that you're signed up for. Then on the first of the next month, now you start at 0 and we achieve the full amount promised. So during your first month, it gets the number of guaranteed gets adjusted based on what day you sign up, right? So proportionately, and then everyone starts fresh on the first of the following month, and everyone gets 100% of what they, or at least 100% of what they signed up for over the course of that month.
Thanks, Justin. Oh, I was loud. When it reaches over the specified impressions amount, does the ad still run or on hold until the start of the new month?
Yeah. So again, like I said, people ask me this all the time, and then, so you can see that people ask me this all the time. I really want to emphasize that minimum, guaranteed minimum, is not a cap or maximum. Okay, like we guarantee that you will achieve your minimum number of ad impressions. Okay, unless look, if you put your ad pin in the middle of like the Sahara Desert, we cannot guarantee that 5,000 people will see your ad. Okay, obviously, but like in good faith, normal use, right? Then yes, our guarantee applies. But and it's a guaranteed minimum. The more people are in the area, the more the more popular your ad, that will cause you to receive more than the guaranteed minimum. You could get 5,500 or 6,000 or 6,500 or 7,000 impressions. So we will never cut that off. Okay, never. That's our goal. Our goal is to over deliver to all of our customers. Okay, so I hope that's clear.
Right on. Thanks. Is there any formula or guide for us to know which online platforms the ads will be placed?
Sorry, say it again.
Is there any formula or guide or to know which online platforms the ad will be placed? No.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, that gets into targeting. Okay, so at the moment, we publish or we broadcast the ads across the entire network, which is a list that is far too long to share or even understand because it's like thousands and thousands. In the future, we will, in the relatively near future, we will enable greater targeting where you could identify, a certain type of customer profile that you want to reach. So it could be based on age, it could be based on gender, it could be based on interests. So you could identify, I want to reach people who are interested in real estate. And so with that, that would cause your ad to appear on sites that are, real estate driven, or to people who have expressed an interest in real estate in other ways. Okay, so at the moment we haven't enabled. The most significant piece of targeting that we've enabled is obviously proximity, right? Is like location-based targeting, which was always core to who we are and what our brand promise was. But we, again, we're listening to you, and very clearly our customers are saying, well, I'd like some more advanced targeting. So we will enable that soon, like, I'd say, in the next, 60 days or so.
Thanks, Justin. This is from Steve. He says, question, is the ad pins button in the back office for the future desktop ad creation section?
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what it's for.
Okay, awesome. Now this is from Lynn, who says that she has a CBD website, but was asked to make a landing page. Do you have any tips for the CBD? My tip for CBD is if you are creating this as a landing page on its own that you just want to use for your business, then comply with the law, obviously, but there's really no restriction on what you can put on a landing page. Okay. Now, the other side of this is if you want to advertise, right? And then you want people to click from that ad to a landing page, then the rules are different. Okay. The rules around advertising are that, CBD by virtually all advertising networks is still a banned substance. I mean, obviously they're behind the times, but that's the way it is. So in your ad, I would recommend you just avoid explicitly mentioning the substance and focus on the health benefits. And similarly on the landing page, when they click on your ad and they go to your landing page, focus on the benefits without, I would not explicitly mention the substance. From there, if they submit their information to you to find out more, then they've subscribed to you as your marketing list, and then you can talk to them about it, whatever you want. So I hope that's clear. Okay, so if you are advertising, the ad has to conform, and the page that you're directing to has to conform. But if you are just using the landing page as your website and it's not attached to an ad, then you can provide, you can explicitly mention CBD, you can show images, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Hey, thanks, Justin. This question is, are impressions and views the same thing? Yes. And can you describe the difference between impressions and clicks? Sure. An impression is when a human sees your ad. A click is when a human clicks on your ad. Okay, this one is, if I make a card for a person, can they see their stats, views, and opens? Should I be selling the services separately? The digital business card, I guess it's digital business cards, digital business sites, and digital ads separately. I don't totally understand. I don't understand that one. But if I make a card, I think it's the digital business card for a person. Yeah. Can they see their stats, views, and opens? If they have access to the account, they can. Okay. But you can only see, views, clicks if you have access to the account, because that's the only place that we show those statistics. Thanks, Justin. How long does ad review typically take? Ad review, we do 7 days a week. If you submit your ad during regular business hours, it will be approved within a matter of, hours, sometimes less. If you
submit it after regular business hours, then you might have to wait kind of overnight, because we are now a 7-day a week company, but we're not a 24/7 day a week company, right? So we do close at the end of the day, and we come back the next morning. But you should never ever have to wait more than 24 hours, like ever. Okay. And if all you're doing is moving your ad pin, like you're not touching the image, you're not touching the text, you're not touching the website, right, of your ad, you're just changing the location, that change does not need to go under review. That change will be processed automatically 24 hours a day.
Thanks, Justin. From Timothy, he says, is the old 400-yard gem equivalent to the VF5? I think that's the BF, right? 2,500?
Yeah. So there's no, look, the concept of, if you had like a beacon before, everyone was upgraded from, it didn't matter whether you had 100 meter, 400 meter, 1,000 meter, everyone was upgraded to the same spec of like virtual gem, right? 1,000 meter minimum range up to 10,000 meters. Okay, what is different, depending on if you were like NF, BF, GF, is how many impressions you get, right? So everyone gets the same, like the functionality of the virtual gem is the exact same, no matter what model you subscribed to before. The only difference is how many guaranteed minimum impressions. So I think NF, you have 1,000 minimum. BF, which was the 400, right? Now I think you have 2,500 minimum, and GF 5,500 minimum.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin. Will there be any new updates for white label partners?
Sorry?
Will there be any new updates for white label partners?
Well, look, the same functionality that we're building, that we're talking about over here is also available to our white label partners. So they will have the same access to landing pages, ad creation on desktop, as well as the things that we're building in the future.
This is from Keith. He says he just got a new lead. Congratulations, Keith.
Nice.
Do we know where it came from? Our landing page, business card, affiliate website?
Yeah, so an important, and this is, I haven't mentioned this because it's like, I view this as relatively minor, but it's important, okay? We will be enhancing the contacts feature so that when you get a new lead, it will indicate to you where that lead came from, right? If I've got 5 different landing pages for 5 different businesses, it's not enough to know that a new lead came in. I want to know whether it came in for my real estate business or my personal training business or my insurance business or my royalty business or whatever, right? So that's an enhancement that we're working on right now, so that it's clear where the lead actually came from. And so, you should expect that. That's not going to be in the first version of the app that we release, which is going to be any day now. It'll be in the second version of the app, which I hope will be next week, because we're working on that right now. Oh, and this reminds me, I haven't announced this yet, but our international partners, our international customers, I can tell you this now because the work is now underway. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will be releasing the new app in Spanish, French, German, and Korean. Okay, so that's way ahead of schedule. I told you guys it would be like April, but we decided to pull that, forward. So 2 to 3 weeks away from Spanish, French, German, Korean version of the mobile app. So great news. I know that's going to be really exciting for all of you and us. So I'm happy to be able to tell you that today.
That was awesome. To create a quick ad while out in the field with a client, can that still be done on a phone? And if so, do we just use Chrome to log in at Royaltie?
Yes.
This is from Richard. You can still create an ad through your app. You can create it either through your app or through desktop. So the choice is yours, but you have.
Not yet though.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But this time next week, hopefully you're able to create your ad on desktop. We expect that that will be the case.
Can we create multiple accounts for different companies that we have?
Yes.
Yeah, you can create accounts for your companies. Thanks, Steve. Yes, it's being done on BeLive. Steve. I had a 45-second sign up after an initial showing. I think that's a record. Congratulations.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah. If a business if somebody signs up, but on the order form they don't click that they want to be an affiliate, are they still able to create their own ads in the back office?
Of course. Yeah. They're a customer. Look, I think one really great thing about this company is how many of our customers are just pure customers, right? Like people that are, you know, using the product for their own business. Like I'm thrilled to have so many amazing affiliates, but I think it's a real testament to the value that we're providing, that the overwhelming majority of our customers are pure customers, just using it to build their real estate business or their, you know, whatever, their insurance business or their network marketing business with other companies, right? Like I think that says something about, you know, the quality of the products that we
have. This is from Rita, just double checking. She says, once the squeeze page is built, then I go to build an ad. Am I placing that ad? Are you activating it? Do I pay anyone else?
You create your ad, submit it to us. We make sure it's compliant with all of our advertising partner guidelines, and it gets published and it gets shown on, you know, some of the, you know, most popular websites in the world to people in your defined broadcast area. And there's nothing for you to do. There's no one else to pay. Your subscription includes everything that I'm talking about, right? Like there's no, you're gonna like that there's no hidden fees ever with us, right? Like your $47 or your $77, whatever subscription you have, gets you, you know, unlimited landing pages. You can use our amazing sales management system. It gets you the guaranteed minimum number of advertising impressions. We don't charge extra for support. We don't have any, you know, affiliate fees or marketing. Like there's nothing else. Okay. And our goal is, as we move forward, our kind of guiding principle is to continue to add more and more and more value without increasing our price. Like that's what we're all about. So get used to that, please, because there's a lot more coming.
In making these ads and landing pages, can we take those same ads to, say, a sign maker to make a yard sign? Can that be done?
I don't see why not.
Right.
I need to understand a little bit more about, you know, if there's a way for us to like help. I need to understand more, but in principle, there's nothing stopping that. Oh, and actually, this is one thing that, thanks, you reminded me. Part of the design of the ad creation on desktop is you will be able to see a live preview of your ad as you build it. Okay, so that's been something that people have requested many, many times. Can I see a preview of my ad? Can I get a screenshot of my ad? Whatever. That is part of the design of the desktop ad creation feature that we're releasing next week.
Yep, I can't get over how good it looks. It's really good. With more analytics in March, will we soon be able to target ads more specifically than just proximity? And when do you see that coming?
Yes, so targeting I've spoken about already today. But yeah, you'll be able to target by gender, you'll be able to target by age, you'll be able to target by interest, whether that's fitness or real estate or whatever. We're going to add that targeting soon. I don't have an exact date, but I believe that 60 days, 90 days is appropriate as an expectation for you.
Thanks, Justin. There's some training on the Upline CRM inside of our Vimeo channel. You can find that there. Will white label partners be able to access tools to streamline new enrollments?
Sorry?
Yeah, it says, will white label partners be able to access tools to streamline new enrollments?
Yes. So enrollment, or we call it onboarding. That is a critically important major feature that we're going to be telling you a lot more about, because that's going to be a big focus for the month of March.
I'm like, don't give it away.
I'm not. Don't worry.
Right on. Will the number of impressions and clicks ever reset?
They reset at the end of every month. So you go back to zero on the first, at midnight on the first of every month, and we, deliver the guarantee once again.
Is it difficult to deliver so many impressions to all the clients, especially since the recent spike in company growth?
Is it difficult? No, it's not. I mean, sure, yes. Like it's not easy, but remember, we are a tech company, so it's not like I've got a room of people who are pressing keys and like adjusting. Like we do this all. It's all automated. So we receive your ad. We do have a person we have a team. We have about 5 people who review ads. But after that, once we submit it to the ad networks, it's automated, and we automatically will monitor your impression levels and adjust as needed in order to make sure that you achieve your minimum goals. So anyway, the point is, this is built to scale. Like we really try to minimize manual involvement to the extent possible.
How does changing the broadcast impact the impressions?
You're cutting out. I'm sorry. One more time.
How does changing the broadcast range impact the impressions?
It doesn't at all. You can set whatever broadcast range, and we will achieve the minimum that we've committed to.
I can hear myself. So does the time for the ad to be under review, can it be shorter?
It's gotten way shorter since we launched this, like 2.5 months ago. It was days. Now it's down to, now we review ads 7 days a week, and most ads get reviewed within a matter of hours. I personally don't see an urgent need to, get the review time down a heck of a lot more. It's all. I think it's already like we've been saying. From the beginning, we said we will do it within 24 hours, and today we are well inside that on average. I would say give yourself 24 hours, right? Like there really should never be like an advertising emergency, right? Like plan ahead a little bit. And the reason why I would say that is, yes, even if we look at your ad right away, okay, like the second you submit it, there's still things that can happen. Like we could submit it to our advertising network, and they could reject it for some reason, right? Or we could receive it, and we could find a problem that we can't fix, and we have to go back to you. So if you want to avoid disappointment, plan ahead. Give yourself 24 hours before you absolutely need it, and then you won't be disappointed.
Thanks, Justin. This is from William. He says, when creating landing or capture pages, do we have to wait for approval before sending out the information on it, or does it mean approvals are done on our ad information? Okay. So when you create the landing, man.
Yeah, go, yeah, please.
So when you create the landing or capture page, you're going to take the link you have in the landing or capture page section, and you're going to put it inside of your ad where it says URL. Once you put it inside there, then the entire ad gets reviewed. So that's basically it.
Oh, and speaking of which, you know how like right now it's really kind of, you know, complicated because you have to build your landing page on desktop, then you have to like copy that link, and then you have to paste it into your mobile app where your ad is. That's just bad. Okay, like I know that's just bad design, and it's because we're kind of in the middle of this transitional process, but rest assured we've thought of this, and so when the new mobile app comes out, you're going to have access to your landing pages. You can copy the URL inside the app and paste it right into your ad. Similarly, desktop ad creation, right? You're going to be able to just click and your landing page will be attached to your app. It's going to be totally seamless. The problem is right now, we have landing pages on desktop, we've got ads on mobile, so this is sort of like that awkward transition, but that will be over when you have the new mobile app, which is going to be any day, and you have ads on desktop, which is going to be next week. So this awkwardness gets totally resolved before the end of the month.
So Keith is excited, so I'll just give him another shout out to congrats. He said, I got it. The lead came from my landing page with the capture form on it. Everything.
Wow. There you go.
It's fun. Do we create the landing page through the app or the back office? You create your landing page through the back office?
Yeah, through your browser.
If a client likes or comments on ad, can we get the link to the ad that's actually running to respond to likes or comments?
Yeah, like it's not, I mean, it's possible in the future. Most of the ads are not on social media, right? So most ads have no place for likes or comments, only to be clicked upon. And so given that it's a relatively small small percentage of the ads that are even on social media, and the number of likes and clicks on an ad or likes and comments on an ad is already relatively low, because it's an ad. So for that reason, it's not gonna add a huge amount of value to our customers in general compared to other massive things that we want to prioritize. So it's a good idea. I'd love to be able to just snap my fingers and do it, but given that we have to kind of constantly be making decisions and trade-offs and prioritizing features, I hope you see it would be great to have, but it's not going to deliver as much value as the other things that we have planned.
Thanks, Justin. This is a question from you can have multiple gems, and your gems can do multiple businesses. He's asking, like, can I have different business? So let's say you had 5 different gems. Sure, you can do a real estate business, a CBD business, your royalty business. Each one of them can do something completely different. So you have that flexibility for sure. And you could build as many landing or capture pages as you want, considering, whatever business you'd like to advertise. I put Tony's comment up on the screen. He said, I just put up 2 landing pages. I have 12 leads who opted in.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, and remember, everybody, our monthly leads guarantee kicks in March with that the partnership I mentioned with the search engine that's going to provide us with leads, people who are interested in your industry, in your area. And so there's enough volume there that we know that we are going to be able to guarantee everyone additional leads from this new source. So that's something also to look forward to in the month of March. I don't know if we're going to launch that March 1st or March 6th or March 10th, but we will definitely introduce it in the month of March. And that will allow us to deliver on not only a guaranteed number of impressions, but actually a monthly leads guarantee, which I think is just, you know, incredible to be able to do. I'm not aware of any other company that offers that.
Right on. Such good stuff. The ability to share pages or ads with team members, will that be available in the future?
Yes, yeah. So being able to, so that's part of the cool functionality that we're going to be able to get once we build this concept of an ad library. You'll be able to not only, you know, we can add templates into the library, but you will be able to create ads, duplicate ads, share ads with you know, your teammates. So all of that will be possible when we build the ad library. Currently, the ad library is penciled in for April, and that's the plan. At present time, that's the plan.
What's the frequency of ad plays?
The frequency?
Mm-hmm. So,
you know, the math is if you've got 5,000 impressions a month, 30 days, you're looking at, I don't know, what is that, like 170 odd impressions a day. So, you know, that's the frequency.
Right on. Will we be using business cards and pages?
Cut out there. Mind repeating?
Yep. Will we be able to keep both landing pages and business cards?
You know, the answer is yes, but I question that, because if it was me and I had, you know, business cards that were, in my estimation, like a B, maybe a B plus quality, and I had landing pages where I could create a business card, right, but have the quality be more like an A plus, in how it not only the features that it has, but how it looks on not only mobile but desktop as well, I would be taking the time and I'd be creating my business cards as landing pages. That's what I would do. Okay, so it is. I'm not going to say we're never going to phase out those business cards. We may. Okay. And really it's because I do not see what value they provide that the landing pages do not provide, like times 5. So for now, they're going to be available until further notice. We'll give you, if we decide to phase out the business cards, we'll give you plenty of notice, okay? But if I were in your shoes, I would be using the landing pages as my business card for sure.
Right on. Can landing pages be created on the desktop and phone?
Landing pages are being created on desktop. I like Tammy's comment there. I just saw it. Big business advertising on a small business budget. Yeah, and Tammy, you're right about that. To me, it's also it's budget, right? Like making these big company marketing strategies affordable to the small business owner. But to me, beyond cost, like I don't think that the reason that 99% of small business owners, that they're not advertising online, they're not taking advantage of all of these strategies that we're talking about, I don't think cost is the number one reason. I think complexity is the number one reason, right? I think that it is just too darn complicated to, you know, create a Facebook advertising account, a Google advertising account, a LinkedIn advertising account, to build landing pages on, you know, a separate system like WordPress or Wix or Squarespace, get a CRM and integrate it like a Salesforce or whatever to keep track of my leads. You know, to do all that, that's hard. Like that's complicated, right? And it only gets more complicated when you start talking about like analytics, right? Like I'm going to embed Google Analytics on my website so I can track that, or remarketing, or lead magnets, or content marketing. Like these strategies, yes, they are prohibitively expensive, for sure. You're 100% right. But I think the stronger reason, in my estimation, is the complexity. And that's really what we're aiming to solve here is, you know, let's take the best, most successful, most proven marketing strategies that have been around, 5 years, 10 years, right? And let's make them simple and accessible to the small business owner. And most importantly, let's make everything work together, like totally integrated, so that I can place an ad easily, right? That lead will come to an integrated landing page where I can also have integrated analytics. And when someone registers or signs up on my landing page, it goes into my lead management system, like my sales management system, my CRM, which is also integrated. And when we want to offer these other things, content marketing, lead magnets, remarketing, all of that is integrated, one click away for the small business owner. That to me is our real kind of like value that we're bringing to the world.
That was awesome.
Sorry.
Vision.
Rant over.
What predisposes an ad to be shown on Facebook or CNN or Forbes or Twitter? Or can you write an ad that is sure to be shown on a particular advertising partner?
So again, at the moment, we are broadcasting across the entire advertising network that we have, and the ads are being broadcasted based on location. Targeting is an important thing, and as I've said, that's something that we will be offering relatively soon, like in the next couple of months.
Oh, and to change the people not liking the woman on the site. When do we plan to change our?
Oh man, that poor woman. We talk about her so much. We're talking about the on our the royaltie.com homepage. People are sick of that photo. So yes, we get it. We are introducing a brand new homepage. So it just didn't make sense for us to just switch out the photo when we know that we're redesigning the homepage. This redesign ties in to the onboarding major feature, which is a key focus for the month of March, in a way that you will find extremely exciting. And I'm not going to blow it by talking about it right now. Axel likes her. Axel thinks she should stay. I get that. Look, we did a poll. We actually did a poll on this for people who are new to the company. This was just a silly thing we did, and we said, like, should the lady, the hero image on our website stay or go? It was overwhelmingly against her. 75% voted against her, but they're 25% of people they like her. So
she's not that bad. Did I understand that the location of the VF with the same ad can be moved to a new location instantly without going back through the approval process?
Yeah. Location changes do not require review.
Awesome. How much time do we have? Okay, we're getting up to the last.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
Okay. You see such great comments. If someone buys more impressions, does it add sales volume for the affiliate?
Yes.
If I didn't select that I wanted to be an affiliate, how can I do it now? So when you go inside, or you kind of like log into your back office from desktop, at the top left-hand corner, you can see your name and email address. Click on it, and there'll be a section that says affiliates, and you can find your affiliate link there to share with others, Greg. After creation. How soon after creation is the now.site? Oh, so this is Nita. She says, how soon after creation is the now.site available? Like when you're creating, you're clicking publish, and your site's like ready to go right then.
Yeah, and by the way, if this is just kind of like a troubleshooting thing, some people have reported, I created a site and I opened it up and it didn't open up on my browser. Just give it a couple hours. If you want to see for yourself that it is it's more of like it's like a browser caching thing. It's not that it doesn't work. It does work, and you can prove that to yourself instantly by just checking on your phone. So if I were to create justin.now.site, it might not open instantaneously on my browser, right? On my browser, but if I open it up on my phone, it will definitely work right away. So little tip there.
Hey, Lisa is asking, does it matter if I use location or pin? It's just a personal preference, Lisa. You can use, this is from Isa, you can use a landing page. You don't have to connect the landing page to your ad and that be the only use case for it. Sure, you can share it with others, share it in a message. You can use it like your own personal website. If you've ever like wanted a personal website ever in your life and you know that they cost a ton of money, they're hard to build on another place, like think about how easy this is. I'm sure that there will be people that say you have to see how easy this is. You're basically choosing an image, choosing your profile picture. You can choose sections about me. You can change areas of video. You can add a map. There's so many great features back there. I'm sure people will tell you that they built them so quickly, but they look really nice. So if you've maybe wanted to have a website before that you want to share with others, it doesn't have to be connected to the ad, but you can sure share that link everywhere. I really love those pages. I was passionate about that. Oh, wait, you're muted. Hold on. I don't know. You won't unmute. Why won't you unmute? What's with the mute, Justin? Let me see if I mute myself. No. How did you mute? Hold on. Let's see something. Are we frozen? Try anything here. I don't know. You just look muted. There, I'm going to add you solo. No. No. Can you? What was that? Oh, maybe he's coming back in. He's going to join and come back in. Keep it simple. Can we have two land to go to the same VF? If you have two landing pages, then you're going to put them on separate VFs for split testing. You get one link. So if they're clicking on your ad, they're going to go into a separate link, right? I don't know why Justin's stuck on mute. Leads being assigned make sure that your capture page, right? Come here until Justin gets back or whatever happened here. I don't know. But for leads being assigned, given the capture page or whatever, basically it has to do with the proximity and industry that you're in on how they'll be assigned. Oh, congratulations. Daryl. Oh, look, I'm going to put this one on the screen. Congratulations, Tammy. Great. It's not letting them back in. Well, we kind of went over the time here, so I think we're pretty good. And we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. You guys are more than welcome to join us. You can have guests that come on, and basically we have kind of the same format. So we do a little kind of overview, and then we tell you a little bit about what's coming up or features that have happened. And then you can ask any questions that you like, and we try to get to every single question so that people have the opportunity to get their questions asked. So with that being said, well, first, thank you all for being here. Thanks for spending some time with us today and asking your questions. We truly appreciate it. I love the transparency of this company and our amazing founder, Justin. So thank you guys once again for being here. We'll see you guys next Tuesday at 11 a.m. same time here on Facebook doing the Q&A from now on. I think it's a great idea. So, all right. And let me see if I can bring it back up real quick. No? It's not letting him back in. I was trying to let him back in to see if he could come back in, but I think we're good. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate it. See you guys. Bye-bye.